because we dug it up from the side of the road and cut it all back, and it hasn't wilted. So I think it's going to do good. But it's a pink flowering honey locust, and they're really hard to transplant. I've tried to do 2 of them before, and I couldn't do them. They died. So I think this one hopefully will live. Oh, and then I got some of these yellow irises.
We got peaches growing already.
I got some of these. I stole them from the neighbors because they'll look real good in between the purple ones. So I snagged some of those because nobody lives here anyway, and Dan won't care. I put in all of my artemisias. They're going to be everywhere, and they have a really funny, they have like a real pungent odor. And down here, we put in these right here, which makes this pink flower, pink purplish flower, and a bunch of those purple ones like that. Those are so-called weeds, but they're native to this area and they reseed really well. Those back there are the big, tall, purple, puffy ones that I got from seed last year. And so are these Mexican poppies. Those are from the plants that we had last year that I kidnapped. And then
there's your tree I bought you.
That's going to have to come inside, though. I'm trying to cut down on the stuff we need to move inside. And I planted some seeds in these pots up here and hung them up along with the plants that are already in there. So we should have a vine-like white cascade of flowers coming out of both of those along with what's already in there. And then I took and put I planted some more artemisia here. And over here, oh, there's a squirrel buddy. Over here to match the other side. See, it hasn't wilted. It was a perfect day to transplant. And then in between these purple and pinkish irises. And these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I put in, those are yellow. So we'll have a wall of iris here next year, purple and yellow. They'll look really cool. I know it looks like crap now, but they just won't bloom again until next year. Where'd he go? Went up there somewhere. He's here eating the dog food.
Probably hiding on the other side. That's what they do. There he is. I think I just seen him move. They'll hide on the other side.
But and all those big, tall, green, frawny-looking things that are coming up, those are my Asiatic lilies. Those will be blooming soon. Those make great, big orange blossoms. Here's the culprit of the diggings.
Ew.
He's a stinky wet dog. Stinky wet dog. Stinky wet dog.
Go.
See, that was blooming. I took a picture of it the other day up close. A really good picture of just starting to bloom. Only wisteria I haven't killed. Woohoo! It's gonna look totally awesome with those purple blooms and this pink rose blooming that's all in between. That's gonna look so awesome because these roses, they bloom and bloom and bloom, and that's gonna bloom, and the honeysuckle blooms all through summer, and the rose of Sharon's and the crepe myrtles and the roses and that all blooming together. It's gonna look so awesome. All of those roses along the fence, it's going to be one mass of pink blooms. Because I cut them all back in January.
I'm gonna get some more rebar and stick that thing up.
What thing?
My deer.
Oh, I leaned him against that to see it fall down. I don't think my plumbago that we put in last year made it through the winter, but I haven't pulled it out yet. I'm still waiting to see. I'm going to give it another month or so. But see, I hung your deer horn, one there, and one on the other tree. These, it made it through the winter. I planted creeping snow in there with it, so we'll have white and pink blossoms on that. And I planted it also in that one with the moss, and the moss will come over and make yellow blossoms, so we'll have yellow and white in that one. It's gonna look awesome. It looks kind of wet right now, but I have a lot of foresight. Look at how huge on this peony is. Bigger than my hand. And I pulled the other one up, but this one I didn't because there's just a little bit of growth left. And I think it's going to come back. It was a reduced for quick sale plant. I'm going to keep that purple honeysuckle back there, or pink or whatever they call it, trimmed into a bush, so I'll just have a big ball of pinkish purple blossoms every year around this time. It's a perfect centerpiece because I've got wildflowers planted, wildflowers and China lilies, daffodils and irises, all early bloomers planted all around that.